Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Collaborate with World Leaders in Printed Electronics. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. You have joined the presentation listening using your computer speaker system by default. If you would prefer to join over the telephone, just select telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. You will have the opportunity to submit text questions to today's presenters by typing your questions into the questions pane of the control panel. You may send in your questions at any time during the presentation. We will collect these and address them during the Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. If you would prefer to ask your question verbally during the Q&A session, you may raise your hand by clicking on the hand-raising icon on the Grab tab at the top left corner of your control panel. If you have joined the webinar by telephone, please enter your PIN number, which can be found in the audio pane of your control panel, so that we can unmute your line and you may ask your question. I would now like to introduce Sunjin Lee, Senior Trade Managers, ICT at UKTI Seoul.
Hello everyone, my name is Sunjin Lee, working for UK Trade Investment based in Seoul, Korea. Thank you very much for calling in, and hopefully the UK has the best weather as you can all enjoy. We are we have rains every day. It's not very good. Today I'm going to introduce Professor Woo-Jung Lee and Professor Hae-Sung Lee. Both of them are a great figure in the printed electronics in Korean market. And we will introduce about the electronics market and printed electronics market and possible opportunities, especially on national projects that Mr. Woo-Jung Lee will introduce very shortly. And then we will shortly introduce about a mission that we are planning in September, and then obviously followed by a Q&A session. So now I'm introducing Mr. Woo-Jung Lee from Seongkyungwan University.
Hello, welcome to webinar. I'm Woo-Jung Lee from Seongkyungwan University in Korea. I'd like to use this opportunity to introduce you about activities in printed electronics in Korea. First, I'd like to introduce you about an organization called KOPREA, which is Korea Printed Electronics Association. The KOPREA is established in 2009, and it is helping and supporting printed electronics companies in Korea to grow and build a system to bolster the growth of the industry. Now it has 130 small and large companies on printed electronics, and it includes Samsung Electronics and LG Displays and other world-famous companies and small companies as well. This is a sort of vision of KOPREA, to put Korea in the center of printed electronics industry. And since Korea has large test bed and customer industries and world-class equipment companies, and also it is one of the fastest commercializers in the world. So it has all the things that can bolster printed electronics worldwide. So the KOPREA is working so that it can collaborate with other associations and other organizations in the world, including the TC109, OEA, and IPC, and JTA, and other the worldwide the organizations. Next, I want to introduce about a project, research project, R&D project that is currently going on in Korea. It's called a Printed Electronics Total Solution Development Project. This is Korea's ambition. This is based on Korea's ambition on drawing a commercialized product from printed electronics area. It started 2012 July. It is government-funded research project on printed electronics technologies. The size of funding is $50 million US for 6 years. And it's led by Samsung Electronics. It includes 47 companies and research institutes and universities. And it's basically pursuing 4 different products, which is shown on the next slide here. It's targeting OLED lighting, digital signage, and active wallpaper, and printed FPCB. And basically, the goal of this project is developing technologies to commercialize printed electronic products. Now, this slide shows you the structure of this R&D consortium. It's basically led by Samsung Electronics, and it has 4 groups. Each of them are pursuing 4 different products, which I mentioned. OLED lighting, led by Jusung Electronics. Digital signage, led by Samsung Electronics. Active wallpaper, led by LG Display. FPCB, led by Hycel. Hycel is a small-sized company, but is working very hard to develop FPCB, printed FPCB product. And each the group has several other companies, and some are very famous companies, including Paru and Naira Nanotech and LG Electronics and so on. Now, one of the things that we are holding this webcast is about this slide. Our target is commercialize printed electronic-based product, and our target year is 2018, and it requires many things, basic and core technologies in materials and equipment. Then it cannot be done by ourselves. So we welcome global open innovation, and this is one of the core strategies of this project. So, so we are looking for partners for global open innovations, and for this we visited UK, as a matter of fact, last year, and we met many people in UK, and now we found 2 partners in global open innovation. One is Novaled, and the other is Fraunhofer. And we're still looking for some other partners which can participate in projects and help us to commercialize the printed electronic products so that you can accomplish our target. So one of our strategies using the Pyeongchang Winter Olympic, which will be held 2018 in Korea, and we are hoping to use some of our products which will be developed through this project, such as smart architect and OLED lighting and displays in those events shown in these images. So through this webinar, I would like to emphasize that we are inviting all of you to work with us to develop global commercialized printed electronic product. So one of the ways we can communicate and we can interact with each other is through the conference. And next, I would like to introduce you. Before I do that, let me introduce you why we need to collaborate with between UK companies and Korean companies.
This is Sanjay Lee again from UKTI. I will shortly introduce why we are doing this. As Mr. Professor Hu Lee just mentioned, last December we went to the UK and visited all 5 centers of excellences of the printed electronics industry, and we kind of decided, or the KOPREA is assured that the UK chemical and materials industry is quite strong, especially in R&D. So they'd like to especially collaborate in those companies in the UK. That's why we are trying to get the UK companies flying over to Korea during the conference that Hu just mentioned.
So in addition, Korea and UK has a different expertise. In particular, UK has good expertise in materials, and Korea has good expertise in building products. So I think it has a good match. So it's good that we collaborate, we continue to collaborate. And one of our points we can collaborate and we can meet each other is a conference called ICFPE 2013, which is being prepared in Korea, targeting for the early September. It will be held in Jeju in Korea. It's a beautiful island. It will host many exhibitions and also the talks and other things. It's the chair of the conference is the Ki-nam Kim, president of the Chang Display. And let me give you a quick introduction on the conference. The topics of conference will include all the important topics in printed electronics, synthesis of materials and equipment, and other products, all these things. Another thing that I want to emphasize is it has several special sessions, which will be led by world-renowned companies and organizations in printed electronics. And each of these, the organizer of special sessions will give us exciting opportunities to see about their expertise and their focuses and their strengths. In particular, one session will be led by Samsung. It's about flexible organic electronics. And one session will be led by LG Display. It will be about flexible displays. And then also the host center will organize a session, and also other many important names, Hana Chemicals and ACE in Japan. And in the United States, University of Oklahoma and OEA has session. We have also a spot for the UK. It will be organized by UK Trade and Investment, and title is not announced yet, but we're expecting much from this session as well. Okay, so I think this gives us a great chance to visit Korea during this conference. And then also you might be able to make exhibition in the booth, which will be provided by KOPREA. And also you will have a chance to meet many companies through this conference. So about this mission trip, which will be led by UK, will be introduced by Sunjin. So, Sunjin.
Yes. So in UKTI, we are forming a group of UK companies who'd like to meet the Korean companies who were just introduced by the national government project, by the Pyeong Consortium. So basically, what we are trying to do is to give the UK companies meet these consortium leaders, possibly within 2 days, and also visit the ICFPE and speak at the UK special session to the relevant audience. As well as we also will be having an exhibition hall, so you can bring your products or prototypes. So for the 3 days throughout the whole exhibition and conference, you can showcase what you've got and what you have to offer. So yeah, the mission program is here, but if you have further questions, you can obviously send me a question, or I can send you more information. And also regarding the conference itself, I found that from this presentation, the letters are so small, so you couldn't really read them all. So we can also send you detailed information to you if required by email. So thank you very much. That was about it, and we will open for any questions if you have.
Thank you, Sunjin and Professor Ho-Jung Lee. We're now going to begin answering the questions submitted during today's presentation. As a reminder, you can still submit questions through the questions pane in your attendee control panel. If you prefer to ask your question verbally to our presenters, you may raise your hand by clicking on the hand-raising icon on the Grab tab at the top left of your control panel. If you have joined the webinar by telephone, please enter the PIN number, which can be found in the audio pane of your control panel, so that we may unmute your line and you may ask your question. Sunjin, our first question is, what kind of companies would a UK company be able to meet if it joins the mission?
UK company?
UK company가 한국 어떤 회사라고?
There are many companies that are available for meeting, including Samsung and LG, and also KOPREA. Those are the large companies. It's also people from UK can meet small companies as well, which has expertise in printing electronics, including Paru, Inktek. Those are some of famous Korean small companies which has strong technology in printing electronics.
If I may, my aim by bringing those UK companies to Korea is actually giving them opportunity to meet all the consortium leading companies, such as Chang Engineering, Samsung Electronics, LG Display, and Hisense.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next question is, what would be the collaboration model in this, and how difficult is it working with Korean companies in general?
Okay, this is Professor Lee, Woo-Jung Lee. If I answer that question, it will be through open innovation, global open innovation. Whoever are interested in collaboration, they can join the project. If they are chosen as a partner, then they can join the project, and then they will have a partner inside the project, and they will be collaborating with one of those partners. The main partner will be either Jusung, Samsung, LG, or Hisense. So depending on the expertise that the company has, they will have interaction with one of those companies, and then once they settled agreement, then they will participate in project as a part of global open innovation. Do you have anything to say?
I just wanted to clarify if was it their intention to Spotify or to spot or finalize the foreign partners within this year, or are they open until like next year?
It depends. Depends on the situation. Hopefully, we can find some partners within this year, so that we can before we actually coming into the middle stage of project. Yes. Can start collaboration. I just forgot about second question. Second question was, how difficult is it to collaborate with Korean companies?
How easy?
To be honest with you, it might not be easy because Korea and UK has different culture. But in this consortium, the companies are willing, very much eager to collaborate. So once we set an agreement, then I don't see much difficulties. Okay, that will be my answer.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is, if UK universities take part in the UKTI mission, are there collaborative research opportunities with Korean companies, universities?
Hello, good morning. Actually, good evening in Korea. Now it's almost 6 o'clock. My name is Hae-Sung Lee, working at Jeonju University, and also I'm serving TC-119, the recently developed for international standardization, as the secretary. And actually, the since printed electronics covers a very wide range, so you can have many cases for international collaboration. I would like to give you some kind of distinct example. That, for example, one of the Korean company that named KOPREA, they recently developed the organic photovoltaics. However, they just find out some kind of difficulties to obtaining some good materials for high efficiency OPVA. So they just worked with a very famous international material company. I cannot reveal the name, but they just provide some good materials for something OPVA application that for long-term contract. But actually, right now it's a kind of a number game. So they are just aiming to be something like, currently they achieve the 7% efficiency rate. However, they are aiming to be some kind of more than 8. So if any UK company just can provide better materials, it's a very open, it's kind of open that collaboration. The other part is maybe university can probably the high cell is looking for some kind of a good processing research lab to develop some flexible PCB. So it's a lot of case by case thing. So we cannot just set up the one case or two cases. So,
if I add something, it will depend on the expertise of the research group, but this conference will give you an excellent opportunity to showcase your expertise to many companies in Korea, because all Korean companies in printed electronics will come to the conference, and they will either organize a special session or make invites to talk. They will have all activities in this conference. So this conference and mission trip will be an excellent opportunities for display what you have to Korean companies. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, and actually that leads into our next question. We have had third-party contact with Samsung and LG, but struggle to find the technical development team for UV coating/printing. Would this conference be the correct means to meet with Samsung and LG technicians?
Yes, I think so. I'm Woo-Jung Lee again. I think so. Once again, basically all major players in printed electronics in Korea will come. So you have best choice if you come to this conference.
Generally, if you can point this conference to the technicians that you are working with and ask them to come to this conference, then obviously we can arrange the meetings within you guys. Thank you.
Okay. Our next question, are there any UK companies speaking or presenting papers at the ICFPE?
You said UK companies?
Yes.
There are 5 abstracts from UK, but I'm not sure if they are from companies. But we have 5 abstracts from UK.
Special session.
Yeah.
this is Hae-Sung Lee again. That currently that abstract submission deadline is already over. So, however, still we have some chance. If you can organize a special session from the UK side, then also you can submit some abstract for the presentation. And also another thing is if you just provide some exhibition booth in the conference, then you can make any kind of a presentation about your technology. And also I would like to suggest one thing, that actually it's very difficult to make some kind of networking without any kind of knowledge on your side. So I would like to suggest you that if you just send some kind of possible attendee in ICFP and also verify their interest, then we'll just review all the requests. Then we can find out the best way to just looking for some kind of good partner, possible partner company, and also we'll organize that this kind of business talk or any kind of some visiting, and through KOPREA. Actually, there are something more than 100 very big or the small enterprise. Then probably you can find out the kind of a best partner or the best collaboration, something. So this is my suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was our last question. Are there any closing remarks from our presenters?
Could you repeat again? We just missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that was our last question, and I was just wondering if there were any last closing remarks that you guys would like to make.
Yeah, this is Sunjin Lee. I just want to tell that if you have any questions or inquiries about this mission or the ICFPE, just drop me a line. I can send you some more information, especially on UKTI UK special session on the conference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sunjin and Professor Ho-Jung Lee, and thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. If you have any other questions, please contact Sunjin Lee. Once you leave today's webinar, you will receive a survey on the presentation, and we would appreciate it if you would complete that and provide your feedback. You will also receive a follow-up email within 7 days with details of how to view a recording of today's webinar. On behalf of UKTI and our presenters, thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day.